Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create the fox eye and eyebrow look, as well as a nice glowy dewy base. So if you want to know how I did get this makeup look, then keep on watching. So I just take a clear brow gel. This one is just from Collection. It's actually a clear mascara, but it works just as well as a clear brow gel. And I literally just brush that kind of upwards because I do like more of a fluffier brow. So the whole idea with a fox eye look is that you want the whole eye area to be pushed kind of upwards. You want it all to go in like a diagonal shape, so you want to mimic that with the brows as well. So to mimic the brow hairs, I do go in with a pomade. Obviously if you feel more comfortable using a pencil, then do. I just prefer the Brow from Benefit to really just mimic the brow hairs towards the ends of my brows. I just use the little brush that it comes with, and I literally do a few small brush hair motions towards the tail end to kind of create a bit more of a tail, as I don't have one. So like always, I prime my eyes with the P.Louise base. This one is in 0.5 Rumour, and I just take that on my Zoeva cream shader brush, the 233, which is just a flat synthetic brush. So I start off by just carving out underneath my brows. This just helps give a bit more definition to the brows, as well as help to kind of clean up to make that straight kind of fox eyebrow. And I've also taken it slightly further out so it reaches up to my hairline, again in that kind of diagonal motion that the brows are going in. This is where we're going to be packing on some of the eyeshadows, so of course you want to create that base first. So the palette I'm using today is the Morphe 35OM. Obviously if you do have just the original 35O, go for that one. So this palette just has the most beautiful shade range of warm toned and cool toned browns. So I thought, let's go back. I've not used this in ages. So the first colour I'm going into is with this kind of beigey brown shade. I'm taking that on a Morphe M573. You want a really nice fluffy blending brush because you want it to be kind of really seamless. So I just start blending in from the outer corner of my eye and blending it through my crease. I've got hooded eyes, so I do go a little bit higher. And then I start kind of blending it out again towards my hairline. It doesn't matter if you go a little bit more messier on this, because we will be kind of cleaning up that kind of sharp diagonal line. I'm now going to go in with a medium brown shade, and I'm just going to define it a little bit more. I'm not going to go too dark with this look. I want to keep it quite soft. So I'm taking that on another fluffy brush. This one's a little bit more tapered and smaller. This is the 227 Luxe Definer brush. So I'm just going to go in with my P.Louise base and the cream shader brush we originally used with it, and I'm just going to go in and cut my crease. So I'm not taking that to the end of my lid, I'm just keeping that just past the middle section, and I'm using my finger and just blending the outer bit so it blends in nicely with that base. So I'm now just going to go in with one of the Peaches and Cream Pigment. This is in the shade Gatsby. So this pigment is a very subtle gold with a slight silver running through it. I'm taking that on the BH Cosmetics 112. Again, this is a really nice synthetic packing on brush. And I'm going to place that all over my lid. And then I'm just going to go in with the original fluffy brush, and I'm just blending out the outer corner. So I'm going to create like a soft wing with eyeshadow to help kind of pull the eye look upwards. I'm taking a Revolution E104. It's really thin and precise liner brush, and I'm going to take a deep brown shade and kind of map out where I want the wing to be. So I'm now going in with the MAC eyeliner pencil in Costa Rica. This is a very nice medium brown shade, and I'm kind of going to go over that wing and smoke it out a little bit more. I'm also going to take that into my upper waterline as well. So to finish off the eyes, I'm first going in with the tinted primer from the They're Real range from Benefit. This is really great because it's infused with Lash Serum to help kind of protect your lashes. It's not as harsh as a mascara is, definitely if you're wearing fake lashes. And then the lashes I'm going in with are the House of Lashes Iconic Lights. They're not dramatic, and they're not going to take away from how soft and subtle the eye look is, but it's still going to help enhance that kind of cat eye effect. So that is the top of the eyes done. We're going to go on to base now, and then we can finish up underneath the eyes. These are some of my favourite primers at the moment. They're so inexpensive. These are from MUA Makeup Academy. They're the Pro Bases. So the first one I go into is the blurring stick. So I use this on my acne scarring and any texture on the skin. And then I go in with the Smooth and Cool priming stick. And then this one really does cool down the skin. It's really nice and hydrating. So I get quite dry around kind of my jawline and a little bit on the forehead. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you trying at least one of these. This one is definitely my favourite. It does feel so cooling and hydrating on the skin. I'm next wanting to go in for a little bit more of a glow. So I'm going to go in with the Wonderglow from Charlotte Tilbury. So I just take this on the 109 Luxe face paint brush, and this just gives a really nice glow to the face. So for foundation, I'm going to be mixing both of the ordinary ones, the serum and the high coverage one together, and then going in with my favourite foundation brush. This is the Zoeva 104 buffer brush. It makes your foundation like blend in so much quicker. But I'd also say you want to avoid where we applied that eyeshadow primer to create that wing. If you go over it, obviously you're going to mess up the eye look. So be cautious when you go around the eye area. I don't blend out this bit until later. It's just me. So for concealer, I'll be going in with the Benefit Boing Concealer. And again, this one is in the shade 1. This shade is slightly light for me. I want to go for a shade 3. But I'm going to place these very sensibly. I'm placing a little bit kind of underneath the inner corner, and then I'm placing a little bit where we have the start of the eyeshadow. And then I'm going in with my concealer brush. This is the Zoeva 110 Face Shape Brush. So again, just pouncing that underneath my eye, and then when I get to the bit that's going to clean up the wing, I go in with a Morphe kind of squared off synthetic brush. A bit like the brows, you want it to be quite soft, but on the bottom you want to kind of give it that definition and that structure. So I'm going to go back in underneath my eyes now, and I'm going to keep it very simple because again, you want all the structure to be on the top, creating that wing, but you do want to add just a tiny bit of colour underneath the eyes. So I'm going to go in with our first original shade, that kind of beigey brown. And I'm taking that on the Zoeva 226 smudger brush. And I'm going to, like the brush says, just smudge that underneath my eye to give kind of that smoked out effect. And I'm going to connect it with that wing. So quickly off camera, I'm just going to pop Costa, the eye pencil, in my bottom lash line. And then some more of the Benefit They're Real tinted primer on my bottom lashes. So I'm now going to go in with the contouring, the bronzing, the cheek products, and I'm going to start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand, and this one is in the fair medium shade. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to start off, I was about to say small, but nope. Now I would blend this out with a beauty sponge, however I cannot find mine for the life of me. Can't find any of them anywhere. They've all gone walkabouts. So I'm just going to have to do with a brush. So this is the 103 Defined Buffer Brush. So this product is really nice and blendable. It looks quite scary to start off with, but it takes seconds to blend out and it is very buildable as well. So another Charlotte Tilbury product, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Genius Magic Powder for under eye and face. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury loose powder. Again, wishing I had a beauty blender to do this, but we're going to have to make do. I'm just going to use my BH Cosmetics 111. I'm guessing it's like a foundation flat synthetic brush. So I'm now going to go in with the MUA, the Makeup Academy blushed liquid blusher in the shade Peach Buff. Again, these have been some of my favourite products. MUA have these are £2 and they are amazing. So I just kind of take a small amount on the back of my hand and I'm taking it on the BH Cosmetics 110 brush. placing these on the apples of my cheek and like blending it up into that contour. They're very buildable as well and they blend out like a dream. So I'm just going in with the Body Shop bronzer. This is kind of like the honey themed one. I think it's like something honey. And it's in the shade 3, which is the medium shade. And I'm just taking that on my Morphe E3. This is really good and tapered, so you can get really nice and into the hollows of your cheek. And I'm just going over that bronzer. I'm then going in with my 105 highlight brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to brush away that bake. So I find with these like fox eye looks, they don't have like a blinding highlight, it's very subtle. So I'm going to go in with my Dandelion from Benefit. This gives a really nice glow, but it's not shimmery or shiny. And I'm taking that on my Soothe and Kaylee SK01 highlighting brush. So I'm taking that on a smaller pencil brush. This is the Soothe Kaylee SK04 brush. And taking that highlighter, I'm going to pop it into the inner corner. So last thing to do is go in with lips. So I'm starting off with the MAC Boldly Bare Lip Liner. And then I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect lipstick. This one's my absolute favourite. I need to get a new one. And then I'm going in with a gloss. This is the Kiko 03 3D Hydra Lip Gloss. So last but not least, I'm just going to go in with the MAC Fix Plus. So that is the completed fox eye makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye!